Okay, let's just quickly do some really fun and abstract exercise. Basically, the purpose of this exercise is to fill out your frames with something, keeping in mind those design principles. That's why what I usually do, like when I was learning, like these days I don't have much time to do this, but when I was learning, I would do like a set of different selections, because instead of doing similar selections all the time, I do different ones, because I want you to get used to different aspect ratios as well. It's very, very important, because like if you're doing a book cover, it would probably be a vertical one, so you need to understand how to build up the composition around that. Or if you're working in movies, most of your frames will be horizontal, so that's why you need to train yourself to be able to handle any kind of aspect ratios. So let's start. I just pick a very simple brush, like for example I'm having this kind of squarish brush, and start fill my frame with something. What's good about being abstract, and this is how my brain works, once you put something you start seeing things. Like for example, what is this thing? I don't know, but once you start to add some kind of details, it could be a tree, right? It could be a small trunk of a tree, or if you put something else, it could be a big environment, right? Let's do like this, and then you put a human over here. Suddenly it becomes a huge thing. But we are not going into detail. What we will do, we will just start filling our frames. And once again, even though it seems like I'm randomly filling those frames, it's actually not. I'm thinking about all of those design principles that I covered for you in the first lecture and the first 2 chapters. Like I'm thinking about rhythm and continuity over here. Let's do another one. Like I'm thinking about contrast right now. Okay. There is a rhythm and there is a contrast as well. Let's just fill all of those frames. And one small remark as well. You don't necessarily need to do them really fast. So it's not like I'm just scribbling. Then there is no point of doing this exercise. But I'm doing something that I would never do if I was like literally consciously think about it. So that's why I'm putting some random marks here and then, trying to get out of my comfort zone, trying to get as abstract as possible. Okay. Now we can zoom out. And sometimes, you can pick up your left hand. Have you ever painted something with the left hand? No, but sometimes painting with the left hand will give you some really cool shapes that you would never do if you were using your right hand. That's the purpose of this exercise, is to get out of your comfort zone and to create something that you would never create if you were doing it consciously. Like this. And overall, like if I spend some more time, I can just fill all of those frames with something, and like I can pick up different brushes and stuff like that. And now you can zoom in and start refining those, putting a little bit of extra effort into each one of those. and everything you add will start describing a story inside your frame. I will pause it here and we'll do another bunch of those and speed it up, and then I will explain my design choices and what I'm doing. So see you in the next part.